Nurgle is the Lord of Decay, who presides over physical corruption and morbidity. He is the father of plagues, and putrefacients are attracted to him like flies to a rotted corpse. For his amusement, he devises foul contagions that he inflicts upon the mortal world, the result of which greatly fascinate him. Nurgle's gaze thus drawn to those mortals bloated with sickness, and he generously favors those who spread disease in his name. To Nurgle, every rattled corpse is a welcoming nursery for wriggling maggots and cloying plague spores. Every stagnant lake and rotting forest is a paradise in which parasitic larvae and bountiful poxes can flourish. These are the gifts that Nurgle lavishes upon the mortal realms, and if there is malice behind his generosity, it is directed only to those ingrates who try to decline his offerings.
Hello, all you wonderful listeners. It is I, Nobbler G, and welcome to Nurgle November, a lore study of all things Nurgle in the Age of Sigmar setting. This series will take us through what we know and do not yet know of Nurgle and all of his followers leading up to their awesome release this December. So please, sit back and enjoy this look into the Plague Father's world of corruption in the series brought to you by Grimdark Live, called Nurgle November.
Hello again, Grimdark Goons, and thank you so much for joining us for another Nurgle November, a new episode where we're going to be talking and studying on the horned rotbags, the slime hounds, and the pus spores, otherwise known as plague bears, beasts of Nurgle, and Nurglings. So sit back and enjoy. Plague bears are the rank and file of Nurgle's legions, crafted from the soul stuff of mortals who have been slain by Nurgle's rot. What little of the plague bear's skin that can be seen beneath the discharge of innumerable sores is tinged with separate greens and vile browns. Pus weeps continuously from its single bloodshot eye, and from the demon's forehead protrudes a single horn, the mark of Nurgle's rot. Bands of plague bears are the most organized and efficient of demons upon the battlefield. It is the plague bearer's eternal role to herd Nurgle's demonic forces in battle, as well as keep a stock of the diseases allocated appropriate fates to each new victim and attempt to maintain order amongst a naturally chaotic horde. These onerous duties have earned the plague bearers the title of Nurgle's tallymen. Units of plague bears are surrounded by a constant drone. This thrumming sound is created by the attendant hosts of plump black flies, and by the endless counting as the demons attempt to calculate their master's ever-changing requirements. A multitude of plague bears counting all at once produces a sound so sonorous and so penetrating that it is enough for itself to make a mortal feel distinctly unwell. It is all but impossible to tally anything amid the chaos of battle, though this in no way discourages the plague bearers from their efforts. They are the embodiment of the need of mortal creatures to impose meaning upon an uncaring void. But there are more advanced plague bearers. There are others within the ranks of the plague bearers known as heralds of Nurgle. Though they share many loathsome features, plague bearers are by no means identical in appearance and ability, for Nurgle's rot is somewhat variable in its virulence and incubation. The longer a victim can endure against Nurgle's rot, the greater in the Plague Lord's sight the resulting demon shall be. From the souls of such hardy individuals are shaped the repulsive heralds of Nurgle, who march in demonic legions as proof positive that even the strongest and ablest cannot identifiably defy this disease. Heralds of Nurgle possess a strength and hardiness that belays their rotten frames, as well as a jovial nature somewhat at odds with the world-weary aspect of their droning minions. Now, my friends, we move on to the beast of Nurgle, known as the putrid bounders, the tentacle plague dogs, the slime hounds. The beast of Nurgle is a truly horrendous aberration, no less deadly than it is morbidly and irrefutably ugly. Its corpulent form is both sticky and slimy, as a layer of infectious ooze seeps from its every pore and orifice. Despite its fearsome appearance and deadly attributes, the beast is an affectionate creature that behaves in all respects exactly like an over-friendly and easily excited puppy. It craves attention, greeting newcomers by slobbering all over them and petting them with its slimy tentacles. This does no harm to demons of Nurgle, you see, but it does tend to kill mortals fairly rapidly. Once the beast's new friend stops moving, its interest quickly shifts to another target, and in this way the creature excitedly and lovingly poisons and kills just about everything it touches. But my friends, the playfulness does not end there. No, we definitely need to talk about the mites of Nurgle, or otherwise known as Nurglings. The rotting bowels of the great unclean ones swell with pus and contagion, and within each swelling there grows a tiny and malevolent demon called Nurglings. Physically, Nurglings are miniature versions of Nurgle himself, with friendly, mischievous faces, tiny bloated green bodies, and limbs that are often distorted or disproportionate. Normally, they swarm over the body of a great unclean one, picking at his skin, squabbling over the most comfortable recesses of his fat folds. When faced with an enemy, they advance in a furious swarm, clawing and gnawing at the foe's legs, biting at his ankles, and licking at any interesting sores or abrasions they discover. Their tiny teeth are as sharp as razors, leaving festering little bites upon their victims, but rarely killing them outright, although such an attack can provide more of a beginning of a long disease-ridden demise. So something nasty takes root in the wound. And that, my friends, ends our brief lesson on plague bears, beasts of Nurgle, or the disgustingly adorable Nurglings. These are but a slight few of the demonic legions of Nurgle that we will continue to study and discuss. But believe you me, the soldiers of the blessed Nurgle shall become far worse and necrotic than these upstarts we have spoken of here. For Nurgle soldiery are but an ocean of pus.
Hello, and thank you for listening to this installment of Nurgle November. I hope you enjoyed this bit of fun as we head towards the new release for Nurgle, for Age of Sigmar 3.0. So be on the lookout for more Nurgle Novembers to come very, very soon. But until then, stay gross, you gamer goons. See you next time. Bye.
Remember this, my little pimples. The grandfather loves you. Let me blow you a kiss.